Today we're going to talk about hygiene on the bike. Now, cleanliness means different things to different people. Some people need a shower every day, and then there are some people who shower every 3 to 4 days. That's me. We're going to talk about finding alternative places to shower, and we're also going to be talking about a few hygiene essentials for motorcycle camping or just traveling on a motorcycle in general, and then also how to keep those clothes clean when you're going to be gone for more than a few days. Let's talk about a few common sense things first. Wash your hands. This seems like a really dumb thing to say, but believe me, some people need to be reminded. If you can't use soap and water, use hand sanitizer. Right after you pull off your gloves and before you start making camp food. You would not believe how much dirt, road dirt, gets into your gloves. You don't really want to eat that. At least I don't think that you do. No judgment. Use hand sanitizer after you finish covering up that cat hole. Number 2 is after you take a shower on the road. I know that you can feel kind of rushed and want to get out of there as fast as possible, but make sure that you dry yourself off really thoroughly before you put fresh clothes on. It'll avoid a lot of infections. Which brings us to showering. If you're going to be on the road for more than 2 to 3 days, you need to be thinking about when your next shower is going to happen. And avoiding the obvious options like getting a hotel or an Airbnb just to shower, think about some alternative options. One of those being big full-service truck stops. Sometimes you can actually find small back roads gas stations that do have showers in the back. When I got stuck in Circle, the gas station in town also serviced as a truck stop, even though it was really little. You would not guess that they had showers in the back. But it cost me $10. I got a hot shower and it was really clean. Big full-service truck stops aren't always the cleanest in the shower area. So it's a really good idea to bring flip-flops so that your feet isn't touching where everybody else's feet did. Another option is gyms. If you know that you're going to be traveling for quite a while, you could look into gym memberships at big corporate gyms like Planet Fitness or 24 Hour Fitness, where you know that they're going to have a lot of locations in different parts of the United States. But you can also stop in at small local gyms. A lot of the time, their day use fee is under $10 and you can get yourself a shower and a workout, especially if they have a pool. Those are my favorite. Then your most primitive option, spit baths. Not to be confused with a wipe down with wet wipes, which we'll talk about later. Spit baths is where you take a rag and a bit of warmed up water, could be in a sink, could be from a pot that you heat up on your little stove at camp, and you essentially take a bath from a bucket with a washcloth. A lot of people like the pocket shower option, which is essentially a dromedary bag and a little hose, and you hang it on a tree and you take a shower. I don't personally like them. I think they're a little bit gimmicky, and also they take up more space than just my rag, and I'm already taking my stove. So you do you. It's just an option. I'm laying out your options for you. Moving on, the worst thing about traveling with normal hygiene products on the road is that your motorcycle is going to vibrate the heck out of anything that is living in your bags. Or Lord forbid, if you're riding off-road, it's 10 times worse. So 9 times out of 10, anything with a flimsy cap or that is liquid is going to pop open or explode. So I've got a few alternatives for you. This is my Toiletries bag. Toothbrush and toothpaste. This is a simple travel toothbrush you can get at just about any drugstore or grocery store for that matter. And this itty-bitty container is my toothpaste. This is a powder toothpaste from Lush. If you haven't heard of it before, you can order these products online. They also have stores in malls and all that kind of good stuff. If you are a person who likes to use mouthwash, they also have mouthwash tabs that you put in to swish around and then you spit out. Hairbrush or a comb. This tape that I have around my brush is actually Leuko tape, which is a kind of blister tape. I also use it as a band-aid in a pinch. Next in my little bag of tricks is biodegradable soap. Biodegradable soap like this doubles as body wash and laundry soap. This little bottle of Cedar Summit Wilderness Wash has survived many a dump on the bike. Another option if you want to go a non-liquid route is Dr. Bronner's Castile Bar Soap. It is also biodegradable and you can use it just about on anything. Another option for your laundry soap needs are these laundry soap sheets, which are great for doing laundry in the sink at hotels and that kind of stuff. Next up in my bag of tricks is actually my deodorant. Big bars of soap can take up a lot of space on the bike, so I have been using this powdered deodorant from Lush. Powdered deodorant like this can also be used as foot powder in your shoes to keep your feet dry. It's a good thing. Chapstick, that's pretty self-explanatory at this point, isn't it? I also have a pair of nail clippers in here, and I always keep a pair of nail clippers in my tank bag as well. For those times when I actually have access to a shower, I bring shampoo bars like this. They're also from Lush. I swear I'm not sponsored by them. They just make really great products. Shampoo bars work just like a normal soap bar. You lather it up in your hands and you apply that lather to your hair. You wash your hair, you rinse it, good to go. A washcloth or a cotton bandana, which are essential for spit baths. Then we have wet wipes, like these biodegradable wipes from Surviveware. Full disclosure, Surviveware did send me these wet wipes for free, specifically for this video, but they are not paying me. They are not telling me what to say. My opinion is 100% my own. Wet wipes are for all those times in between spit baths and showers, and when hand sanitizer just is not cutting it. Particularly those times at the end of the day when you climb into your tent and you realize how filthy you are. Remember the golden areas of stink and grime. Pits, feet, nether regions, hands and face, and for girls, if it's a hot day, that underboob. Keeping in mind that we still need to adhere to leave no trace principles, so even though they are biodegradable, please do not bury them in your cat holes. Please take them away in a trash Ziploc bag, just like you would your toilet paper. Speaking of cat holes, toilet paper or a pee rag like this Kula cloth. If you have not heard of a pee rag before, it's normally a hiker thing so that they do not have to carry the extra weight of used toilet paper around. The less trash that you're producing, the better. Kula cloths specifically have a waterproof side and an antimicrobial absorbent side. It has a little clip so that you can clip it to the outside of your bags. It can also clip to itself so nothing is rubbing off on the rest of your gear. Next is a microfiber pack towel, which is kind of self-explanatory. Not every place that you're gonna stay is gonna provide towels, especially if you plan to take showers in gyms or truck stops. Also, this is great to dry off your seat in the morning if it's damp. Pack towels have a bazillion uses. Take one. Alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Like I said, always use it after you take your gloves off and before you touch anything that's going to go into your mouth. Just a note that you can also disinfect eating utensils with hand sanitizer as well. Now is when all the dudes cringe and go, ew, gross, Amanda. But I'm gonna talk about periods for a second. Carrying this around on a road trip is hella obnoxious and produces a lot of trash, which you have to pack out. And that's gross. A few years ago, I discovered the Diva cup, which is literally just a cup that you put up inside of your vagina. It catches all the blood and you take it out, you dump out the blood, you clean it, and you put it back inside. It can be kind of obnoxious and gross to do this when you're camping in the woods and there is no bathroom. But those are the sacrifices we make as girls who like to be in the backcountry. Last but not least is the Go Girl, which is actually a pee funnel. Now, there are lots of different versions of pee funnels, and I highly recommend that if you're a girl and you're looking for a pee funnel solution, to experiment with a lot of different options. There are flexible versions like the Go Girl, which are nice because they fit in pockets, but there are also rigid versions. I think REI sells a rigid version of the pee funnel, and it totally depends on your shape. My other hint for you is to practice in the shower before you go and try to use it in the woods. It isn't always awesome to have to drop your drawers all the way down to your knees to pee in the woods, and that is what pee funnels are for. The Diva cup, the pee funnel, and my pee rag, normally I'll go in the pockets on my pants so that if I have an emergency, I don't have to dig anything out of the bike. I can just go into the woods and deal with it. All right, guys, you can unplug your ears now. We're moving on. Next on my list is a little dry bag like this. They are super useful for storing wet swimsuits, anything you don't want to get wet if you do not have waterproof bags. They're just really useful in general. They are also useful for doing laundry at camp. You put a little water in here, you put your dirty undies in there too, and you grab some soap, you put a drop in there, or you grab one of those little laundry soap sheets and you put it in there. You seal it up really good, like this. and then you beat the crap out of it. Then you open it up, you dump the sudsy, soapy water out, and then you put fresh water in, you roll it back up again, you beat the crap out of it again to rinse your clothes out, and then you pull your clothes out, you wring them really, really good. If you have shirts or something like that you're doing, roll them on a towel. The towel will soak out as much water as it can, and then you hang them out to dry. You can also hang them off of your bike, you can hang it off of your tent. That brings us to the next little thing on my list, which is optional, which is paracord, so that you can string it from a tree to tree to hang your clothes to dry. They do make specialized dry bags just for doing laundry in. I think it's called the Scrub-A-Bag or something like that. It has little nub bits that's supposed to massage the dirt out of your clothes a little bit better. It also has a little drain plug on the end, so you can take all the air out of the bag so that you can scrub your clothes a little bit easier. In my opinion, the Scrub-A-Bag is a little bit expensive for what it's meant to do, and a dry bag works just as well. To each their own. You have options. Last but not least, do not forget to bring more than one pair of socks. Your feet and your sleeping bag will thank you when you get to slip on a fresh set of socks to sleep in that is not coated in your sweat from the day. Also, make sure to give your feet a good wipe down with those wet wipes or a damp washcloth before you slip your feet into the fresh socks. All right, guys, I hope you got something out of this video. The list of everything that I mentioned is down in the description below, as well as a 10% off link to those Surviveware biodegradable wipes. A huge, huge shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon and Ko-Fi. I appreciate your support so, so much. You guys are the reason that I keep making videos. If you would like to support me for as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to videos like these, and also we just started monthly Patreon only live streams. So if you would like to hop on that boat, there is a link down in the description. If that's not up your alley, that is totally okay. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you liked my shirt, I also sell stickers and t-shirts and postcards in my Redbubble and my Etsy shop. Those links are also down in the description. If you can't do any of those things, that is totally okay. I appreciate you just for watching, and I'll see you later. Majestics AF. I should probably stand over here. Yeah, look at that contrast. This weird bump, like, from my helmet, okay? Being a girl is hard. Ugh. I am currently in the Mount Hood National Forest, I think. Can you tell me where I am?